Hey guys, Barker Bob here, Barker Motorsports. Pretty crazy times right now. Everybody's stuck in their house. There's no racing going on. But we're going to get through this. I'm sure we are eventually. Won't be long. We'll all be out there at the track enjoying our sport, our hobby, and all our good friends. So I'm going to take a little bit of this time while I'm stuck in the shop and stuck at home to work on my videos. Hopefully make them a little bit more professional looking. To this point, I've just been pretty much point, click, and print, as you can tell by looking at a lot of my videos. So this video is going to be the first one of my hopefully more professional looking videos. So come on along today as I take you through my shop, show you what I've got going on with some of my 10th scale and quarter scale stuff, and just kind of chit chat and pass the time. So as go into the shop here, I'll show you a little bit about what I got going on. This is my 10th scale workbench. You can see it's pretty messy right now. This is my Losi 22 5.0 DC I'm working on right now, trying to get it cleaned up. So I did a total tear down on it. I'm going to rebuild the diff on it, and once I get the back end all done, then I will get started on tearing the front end down. I'm going to take all the electronics out and just totally go through it. And now these parts here, you might notice those look a lot different. Those are not for the Losi. Those are for an older car that I have, which is here. This is an old Associated rear engine car, rear motor car that I'm building up for the vintage races that we're going to have at PNT Hobby. I'm sure those will be rescheduled for later on after this quarantine stuff is over. The other parts over here are for the front end of my Losi car. I'm going to show you a couple things that I did pick up a few days ago. This box, I was carrying all my shock oils and everything in a cardboard box inside my pit bag, but I found this box, and I'm sure other guys use them too. It's a Plano spinnerbait fishing tackle box, and it has some dividers in there, and the shock oils and everything fit in it real well. So my quarter scale shock oils and 10 scale shock oils can fit in there, and I can take them to the track with me. Another box that I picked up the other day, I had some trouble storing my little parts for my Losi car, the pills and some of the adjusters and things. So I picked up this little box, and what I liked about it was it has these ridges, and when it's closed, they go down over the walls in this box, and keeps the small parts from migrating over into the other compartments. So that works really well. I think that box was like $3. I think this one was like $4. So my other toolbox is under here that I keep my 10th scale tools in, but I've got most of them scattered out throughout the bench. All of those things and my other parts go in my pit bag, which I have to clean out this week as well. So moving on to my quarter scale. I have two quarter scale cars right now. One of them that I'm getting ready to race this summer. This is a new body. I've just got it mounted. I haven't got it cut out or ready to paint. You think a 10th scale body takes a lot of paint? You got to paint one of these quarter scale cars. They take a lot of paint. So this is my quarter scale car for this summer. I'm not sure if I'm going to run in limited or sportsman class with it. I just picked it up this fall. It's made by Freddy's Hobbies in Ravenna, Ohio. It is a VX2 chassis that he makes. I like it pretty well. I haven't had a chance to run this one yet, but the guy that I got it from is always fast, and I know that he's got this car assembled really well. And you can see he's got all the aluminum parts shined up that you can see in there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful looking car. It is powder coated. I know some guys, I have both my cars are powder coated. Some guys don't like to powder coat the chassis, but I can honestly say I don't believe I've ever lost a race because my car was powder coated. Now, I may regret that later on, but I just think it looks nice. So I'm a hack anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So got a few things yet I've got to do on this. I got to get my pinion gear on, my spur gear, my belt, the radio receiver and stuff put in the radio box. Now this other car, this is also from Freddy's. There goes my cat who's out here pestering me. But this is a VX1. It does have a few of the VX2 updates on it, like the rear shock mount here. Has been moved up. This is the car that I ran last year in a few races. I really like it. It's a good car, and I've got it all stripped down right now, but I'm going to hopefully eventually make this to run in the truck class our quarter scale races, we are running truck class, where instead of that car body, we'll run truck bodies on these, a lot like the old the Craftsman Truck Series that NASCAR runs. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that out, but it's going to be later in the summer before I get to that. Now, I showed you my pit bag that I carry in 10th scale. Quarter scale, you have a lot more pit equipment. And I used to have a trailer, an enclosed trailer. A lot of the guys in quarter scale use enclosed trailers. I wound up selling mine a year or so ago. And when I had it, this bottom box is what I usually carried all my tools in, but now I've kind of downsized. So carry a lot of my tools in this top box, and usually a lot of tote boxes and stuff. So anyway, that's pretty much my quarter scale. You can see my other workbench. These are all my toolboxes and everything. I used to be a mechanic in a dealership several years ago. So I still got a lot of my tools. So I used to have a 52 Chevy in here that I was restoring. I sold it, and now I have a camper in here that we are working on. So just go from one project to another, but hopefully we'll have this thing out this summer and maybe do some camping at some quarter scale races. Now, my biggest mess that I'm going to show you guys, and I really hate to show it, is right here. I've got to get this cleaned off. It is a mess. So what is it? Well, you won't believe it, but it is a slot car track. This is a 3-lane slot car track that I made several years ago. Routed it out of MDF. A couple friends of mine came over and helped me wire it up. This is where you connect your controllers to. It was an oval, kind of banked here on the ends, you could see. We ran 3 lanes, and I kind of got tired of the oval, so I made a little road course part on one side, but I haven't used it in years. But as my grandkids are getting older, hopefully they'll get to come out in the shop, and I may have to get that back out and get it working again for the grandkids to work on. So do have my stock Slash sitting up there. It's totally stock. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Sell it and buy something else, or maybe hang on to it. I don't know. So anyway, there's one of my 10th scale Dale Earnhardt cars I painted that I used to race. So anyway, that's pretty much a tour of my shop. Well, guys, that's about it. That's my shop. That's what I got going on. So hopefully that'll keep me busy for a while. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm hoping to get to 100 subscribers eventually, but I'm not sure that'll happen or not. So until next time, keep working on your stuff. It's going to be here before you know it. We'll all be out enjoying racing again and being with all our friends. So thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.